Hey y'all, I know it's been a minute since I did a video, so thought I'd jump on here real quick and just do a little update. Everything is going fine. The same, nothing is getting worse or whatever. I have decided, Greg and I have decided that we are limiting my exposure during this season where everything goes around and everybody's sick. So, for my church people, if you haven't seen us, we're good. We're just streaming to keep my contact and exposure down during this time. But we are watching and worshiping along with you guys. Miss it and hopefully get back to joining you in person soon. One other thing is I am sleeping much better. I've talked about fatigue in the past, and it plagues me. It's a huge part of this illness. I'm tired all the time. If you remember, the doctor in Kansas does some testing, and he equates it to when I wake up with about a quarter of a tank of gas, maybe a third, and that's all the energy I have for all day. Sleeping has been hard to come by. I have restless legs. I've had it all my life, and in the past, all I had to do was stretch before bed and I could keep it under control. If I woke up during the night sore, aggravated, or whatever, I could stretch, turn the heating pad on, and go right back to sleep. Well, since all this has been going on, to start with, I had cramps, like debilitating cramps that Norco and muscle relaxers together would not touch. But those have subsided. I have small cramps. They're nothing major. They happen all the time. Usually I can stretch it out real quick, change my position, wait it out. It goes away in a few seconds. But this restless leg business has hyped up in the past year and a half maybe. I have tried everything I can think of. I've taken quinine, I've taken magnesium in multiple forms. I have gabapentin. They gave me gabapentin. I did not want to keep increasing the dosage like they recommended, so I quit that. It wasn't helping. Too many side effects for me to just keep increasing the amount I was taking. So I've tried soap under the sheet. At one time, I had a bedtime routine that consisted of stretching for 10 to 15 minutes, treadmill for 10 to 15 minutes, vibration plate for 10 minutes, and soaking in Epsom salt for 20 to 30 minutes before bed. Even then, it was hit or miss. I would have good nights, and then I would have nights where I didn't get rest. I would get up the next morning, and my legs would be so sore and just exhausted. So I finally asked for a prescription of a medication called Requip. I've been on it for about 2 weeks. I've had one night, it was the second night I took it, where my legs bothered me. The other nights, I have not woken up. Greg says when he wakes up, my legs are calm. They're not jerking and spasming. So it's working. I'm getting 9 to 10 hours of sleep at night. And again, I need that much. My body is just worn out, and 9 hours seems to be what I need to help me function as optimally as I can. I did sleep 12 hours one night last week. I had had a party with some friends, stayed out a little late, and had a big day the next day. So the next night, I got 12 solid hours of sleep. I feel good. In fact, I feel so good that my mind says, hey, let's do this. And my body says, no, we're not going to, not today. I got up Tuesday. I made a short list of a few household tasks I wanted to complete. My mind was just telling me that I could conquer the world that day. All I wanted to do was a little laundry, wash, dry, fold, and put away. Clean out my dishwasher and my dish drainer. Maybe sweep a little, light housework. Well, I felt so good. Ladies, you know how it is. When you get started, it snowballs. And before I realized it, I had been on my feet for 4 or 5 hours. I was exhausted. My legs were sore. I couldn't do anymore. The problem was I didn't take breaks between my tasks. So finally, I said, I'm done. I had cinnamon rolls in the oven. Greg, watch them, get them out when they're done. I don't care. I was done. I couldn't do any more. So since that day, I have been doing all of my therapy and some light housework. I just have to be mindful and take breaks. Up for 30 minutes to an hour, sit down for 30 minutes to an hour, and go again. It's hard. I'm the type person that used to get up, and before I left for work at 10 minutes till 7, I had clothes washed and on the line, beds made, breakfast cooked, eaten, kitchen cleaned up, supper was laid out for the afternoon, and that's kind of what I did. And on Saturdays, I got up, cleaned my house in 2 to 3 hours, and I was done. Now I have to go slower. It takes discipline and self-control not to push myself to that point. But I am so happy that I'm sleeping and that I have the desire and the energy and the motivation to do things. That's about all that's going on with me right now. If you guys have any alternative remedies for restless legs that I did not mention, drop them in the comments. Shoot me a private message. I would rather do a natural, treatment or remedy. These medications have horrible side effects, but for right now, Greg and I have decided that the benefit of sleep is going to outweigh those risks of those side effects. The doctor in Kansas tests my internal stress level. My body is functioning under so much stress that it's unreal. If I remember correctly, around 100 is the number he would like. I'm around 400 to 500 with the internal stress. Not mental stress, but the stress of the physical body. And that's too high. So I'm hoping that with sleep and some good quality rest, that my body can heal. It can minimize that stress, and then I can begin to recover. So that's excuse me, that's where I am. So feel free to leave me comments or suggestions on anything you think I can try that I haven't tried. But as for right now, Requip has been my best friend. I'm sleeping. Circles under the eyes are disappearing. Bags under the eyes are shrinking some. So I'm happy with it. And I just want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and hug the ones you love. Do the things that make your life enjoyable. And don't take it for granted. Really take time and enjoy this season with your friends and family. Don't let it be a time of stress. Just enjoy the peace and the time that this season represents and enjoy the ones you're with. Love them. Thank you all for following along and encouraging and supporting me. See you soon.